Hello, I'm Samuel Acuña, and I'm a current student at BYU, Idaho, online, and I am currently taking the course Family 100 with Brother Fowler. And part of that course, we're required to read the book Successful Marriages and Families. I have the Kindle edition here. It's a proclamation, principles, and research perspectives. And so I've decided to do a video journal of 12 of the chapters from this book. And the first chapter I decided to do was actually the first chapter in the book. It's Young Adulthood and Pathways to Eternal Marriage. So I had the opportunity to read this chapter and to also think about my own perspective, because I am now 31 and tomorrow will be my 10-year anniversary. So I will have been married for 10 years. And I have a testimony already of the principles that the book is teaching, that what we do in our youth is going to determine a lot of the type of eternal companion we're going to have and the kind of success and happiness we will have in our marriages. So I just want to emphasize that the principles that are in this chapter and in this book will indeed help you with your marriage. And the first thing it talked about is you want to be the person that wants to be married. So that's your first thing, is you got to want to be married. And it's almost counterculture. Actually, in the chapter, it talks about certain studies that are being conducted to which people are being married at later years, and they're not being married at younger ages like they previously were in the 1950s, for instance. And so what's happening is people are not pursuing marriage as an option, and they're putting it off, or they're coupling, and they're doing all these different things. So the first and foremost thing is you gotta want to be married. And it does seem kind of daunting to find the perfect person. Of course, the chapter also explains that the church doesn't encourage the idea of soulmates, that there is just one perfect person for everyone. In fact, it's not true at all. There's many different people that could potentially work for you and be a great companion. But the important thing is you want to make sure you look for the things that you want. And that starts with, one, being worthy. If you're worthy, you're going to seek other people that are worthy like you. I think another important aspect of that is that you're going to want to be the person that you want to marry. You want to be that person. I know for myself and my perspective is I just got home from my mission and I knew that I wanted to get married, and I was lucky enough to find a girl who was everything I wanted. She was a good babysitter to her brothers. I watched her with her brothers, how she interacted with them. I watched her interact with others, her testimony. I've seen her involvement in the church. And so those were all good key indicators. And so it led to a good courtship that led to our beginning of our marriage. And of course we were able to get sealed in the temple at that time, and that just made it that much more special. And I know that as you look for the key indicators that the chapter explains, that you'll be able to find success, and you'll be able to find an eternal companion that will bring you happiness and bring you joy, and you're going to be successful because your foundation is going to be set. This is the one step you don't want to miss, and you shouldn't be afraid if you're searching for it in the proper ways. The chapter mentions that you don't want to do group dates, right? You want to go on single dates to get to know the people, and the dates should be more about respecting one another, but also being where you can communicate, so you can really get to know this person. So they're not just about entertainment and doing the funnest thing and doing it with groups, but you're just off one-on-one, getting to know each other, and set up that proper communication, and let your standards be known and your goals be known, so that you're getting married to someone that has the same vision for you. So someone that understands that I'm going to go to college, for instance, right? Someone's going to go to college, that they're going to be willing to sacrifice going without maybe some of the luxuries of getting a job right away or having a full-time paying job. And so you have to sacrifice. An important thing to also not mention about is kids. You talk about how many kids you want to have. And all those things are very important. And I know as you discuss those things and you have that understanding and proper communication between each other, that you'll lay the foundation for a successful eternal marriage. And that's the first and most important step that the book mentions, that you have to find that perfect person. And that perfect person for you, not necessarily the perfect person, but it's a person that will work for you and make your life a lot easier. And I know I've been able to have a successful marriage so far because of the foundation that was set, that I knew that she'd be a strong, awesome, beautiful person. Thank you.